Good afternoon, good morning, depending on which part of the world you are. My name is Dr. Catherine Musyoka Amulundu, and I'm very happy to be here this afternoon. It's a hot afternoon in Nairobi, and today is a World Mental Health Day. So I'm here to discuss a topic which is very close to my heart because I am a clinical psychologist. That means I'm a mental health practitioner and I'm very passionate about mental health. And today is a day I join the rest of the world in standing with my patients and standing with humanity wherever they are, especially those people who are struggling with mental health issues, mental health challenges. Uh, this is the day we take to commemorate them, to stand with them, and to give them support. As a clinical psychologist, I work with people who have mental health challenges on a day to day basis. So we may ask, what is mental health when we talk about mental health? And mental health is a state of well being where a person is able to realize their own potential. They are able to interact with their social environment, the people around them, because human beings are social beings. They are able to deal with the normal stresses in life, and they are able to get by whatever life throws at their end. So mental wellness is that state. And there's so many things which can happen to a person to destabilize or to derail their mental well-being. And some of the things we should be aware for people when they are not mentally well to watch for is or to know that you are actually doing well or you are not doing well is to find out exactly how do you feel about yourself and how do you interact with the world around you. Because when you are mentally well, you are a person who is confident. You are a person who accepts yourself the way you are. You are able to deal with your social relationships, the people around you. You engage with your environment. And whatever life throws your way, you are able to deal with it and you are able to overcome the challenges which life throws to you, because life itself is made up of stresses, uncertainties, and a lot of challenges. So people who are mentally well, they are able to deal with those challenges and to get over them despite the challenges they find themselves. So when we want to find out how do you get to know that you may be having a struggle or you are not mentally healthy? So you need to look at yourself. How are you appraising the environment around you? Do you find that you are unable to deal with your day-to-day things, like the things which used to give you pleasure? You don't find pleasure in them anymore. Sometimes you may be having this excessive worry. You feel that there's an overwhelming feeling that things are not right, or you are anxious, or you are worried. Sometimes we even call it paranoia. You are scared about everything about you. Sometimes you tend to feel like life has lost meaning, that life, the world may actually be better off without you in it. So when you get these signs, that even the things, normal things like taking care of yourself, just eating, there could be a change in your eating patterns. Sometimes you're eating too little, you don't have appetite to eat. Sometimes you're eating too much. Or sleep patterns, you find you're not able to sleep well. You cannot sleep from evening to morning. Sometimes you have breaks in your sleep, you're waking up at night, or sometimes you cannot get sleep at all. Then there's need to take a pause and reevaluate your mental well-being, because it shows that there's a problem. Sometimes you're even irritable. Interacting with the people around you becomes a problem, so that people are even now they keep away, or you are the one who is socially isolating from them. You don't find pleasure in interacting even with your own children, if you have any. your siblings or your parents, your family. So when you find things like this, sometimes it's even your workmates, you do not enjoy your work anymore, or then this is a time you need to pause, take a break, and think about your own mental well-being, because that's a telltale signs that there's a problem. From my own experience, dealing with people with challenges with mental wellness and mental illness, there are various categories of mental illness. We have what we call emotional disorders. We have mood disorders. Some of the mood disorders are diseases like depression, various forms of depression. There are people who have bipolar depression. There are people who have mild depression. Some have moderate depression. Others have very severe depression. We have people who have anxiety disorders. You find that they are very scared and worried about the world around them. There are people who will not even leave their houses. They are afraid of going to public places because they feel like something bad will happen to them when they are out there. Then we have people who have what we call personality disorders, the way they interact with the people around them, the choices they make, the decisions they make. Those are personality disorders. There are people who have psychotic disorders. We've had diseases like schizophrenia. They have problems with the way they appraise or the way they interpret reality. They will be hearing voices which are not real. They will be talking to people whom other people cannot see. So those are some of the problems. There are people who have what we call substance use disorders. They use a lot of chemicals, or they behave in they engage in behaviors which are addictive. So there are various forms of mental illnesses, and any of us can get a mental challenge or mental illness at any one point in their life. So we should not stigmatize, especially people who are struggling with their mental well-being. We should support them and we should be there for them. I run a rehabilitation center called the Fountain of Hope Addiction and Treatment Center. We are in Nairobi, in Syokimau. And this is a mental health facility, really. We deal with all sorts and forms of mental health problems. People who are experiencing anxiety, we will offer psychotherapy to them. People who have drug related problems, we will offer detoxification. We will offer treatment and psychotherapy, which is geared towards dealing with their addictive behaviors. We have people who have psychosis, so we will also give them medication and stabilize them. And when they are well enough, we are able to engage them with psychotherapy and support them. We also support the family members, because when there's a family member who has a mental health challenge, it also has a bearing on the other family members. So we offer holistic care for people who have mental health challenges. We are also dealing with the school children, secondary school, university students who have challenges of drug abuse and such related problems. We are able to help them, and adjustment problems, just problems of growing up. These are issues we deal with them on a day-to-day basis. We are found on all major social media platforms. We are on Facebook, Fountain of Hope. You find us there. We are on Twitter, Fountain hope. We are there. We run a YouTube channel, Dr. BMS. You find a lot of information on mental health and mental wellness. So it's always important to find information and to feel that you are not alone when you are suffering from or challenges of mental wellness. So what I would say really is, as my parting shot is, when you or a family member is experiencing mental health challenges, we should not stigmatize. The best we can do is to be there for them. Let us have this discussion. People suffer because they do not have the information, they don't have knowledge. The information I would give today as we commemorate the World Health Organization and the World Mental Health Day is that there is help available. Seek help for yourself and for your family member who is struggling with mental wellness. Because people who have mental illness and who are struggling with their mental wellness, they can be helped. There is actually no health without mental illness, and there should never be wellness, and there should never be stigma about mental illness. If any of you or your family members are suffering from or they have challenges with their mental wellness, please seek help. Talk to someone. Talk to your therapist. Talk to a relative you trust, and they could also help you seek help. Because most of the time, people who have mental health challenges tend to feel that they are on their own, they are alone, that nobody cares. That is not true. Take care of yourself. Try to sleep and wake up at regular patterns, regular times. Eat at regular intervals. That is very important. Try to maintain some level of normalcy, even when you don't feel like it. If you're in a place like where we are in Africa, there's a lot of sunshine. Get out of your house and just take a walk. Being outside there, the sun is very therapeutic. It is very healing. Just get out of the house, take a walk, engage in some form of physical activity as much as you can. It's not easy, but it's possible. But do not isolate and do not stay on your own. For family members, do not confront the people who are struggling with mental illness. It is not a moral failing. It's not an embarrassment to the family. It is a challenge they are going through and they can be helped. Please help your family members and yourself to seek help because there is help available. So thank you very much for your time, and we'll keep engaging on this conversation on mental wellness and mental health. Mental health. Stay healthy and stay mentally alert. Thank you very much.